Hi, are you a landlord or letting agent that has received a no-win, no-fee solicitor's letter demanding you pay thousands because you haven't protected a tenant's deposit? You're not alone. I'm going to talk to you now about a client I've been working with who's received just one of those letters. This particular claim was for £7,000 for non-protection of a deposit. The tenancies that the solicitor's firm were relying on was a fixed-term tenancy followed by a statutory periodic. Now, this was a slightly more complicated scenario than what I've dealt with previously. This was a case of an inheritance after death. So the now landlord had inherited the property from their father, who had been the original landlord and who had taken the deposit in question. Now, it's important when I get these letters from landlords or letting agents that I assess the claim, because 9 times out of 10 these solicitors have never got the facts right, and they are simply relying on the fact that their letters are so threatening and so frightening that people will just pay up to make it go away. Please don't do that. Please come and speak to me, because I guarantee it's never going to be as bad as that first initial letter makes it out to be. So we had in this situation, the original landlord who'd received the deposit had passed away. The property had been inherited by their daughter. But interestingly, what wasn't inherited was the father's bank account. That had been frozen and remained frozen. So at this particular point, at the time of the solicitor's letter, the daughter had not received the deposit. That's really important. So we went back and forth with the solicitors and explained all this, and we had to get right down and dirty with the legislation and pointing it out literally section by section. Ultimately, in the end, they agreed that it wasn't a case of they were going after the right person. They would have to go after the estate if they wanted to go after anything, and at the moment that bank account was frozen, so they couldn't claim it from anybody. So for this particular situation, although it took, like I say, a little bit more complex, I was actually able to get this claim from £7,000, which is what they wanted originally, completely withdrawn, because the solicitor's firm had gone after the wrong person and genuinely just not looked at the facts. So it's really important to understand that just because the solicitors have written to you, please don't think they've got the facts right. It's very rare that they've even taken any time to look at the case. They've literally just had a tenant ring them up and go, my deposit wasn't protected. They've gone, great, this is going to be somewhere we can just write a blank check for our fees. They don't look into the details. So please get in touch with me if you've received one of these letters, and I will be more than happy to assess the claim, check its validity, and support you in getting it withdrawn like I have done with this particular client, or B, if there is a breach, getting it down to as low as it possibly can be. So please do get in touch and I'll do everything I can to help.